What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Sorry for the camera moving if it's moving, but anyway, got a new rally car in that I wanted to unveil on the channel, and hopefully get out soon and do a test. If you're familiar with the Rlaarlo 12 scale rally car that just come out, I can't remember. I can't keep up with all these names, guys. The P12 S or whatever Rlaarlo calls it, I can't remember. Well, this is the ZD Racing, however how you want to say it, version also. Just like the trucks, the buggies, they're virtually identical, except the bodies may look a little different. The anodized parts on the suspension's a little bit different as far as like the shock towers, the shock caps, the motor, the heat sink on the motor, stuff like that. Just like on the trucks though, the Rlaarlo comes with a 45 amp ESC, and there were ZD Racing, whatever you want to call it, and the Juicy version, my understanding, they're coming out with one also. I don't know, but just like on the trucks and the buggies, they both have a 35 amp ESC. So there, we'll get that out of the way real quick. So this was sent to me directly from ZD Racing through a company that sponsors a channel that I work with, so I want to give a big shout out to them. Another one of my good friends that is also works with under the channel and with the channel, excuse me, not the channel, but on his channel he works with the supplier, the vendor, whatever, and they shipped him one directly also. So you should be getting a double dose. If you follow my channel, I'm pretty sure you follow his, or vice versa. So you'll be probably getting a double dose of this. One thing about this, I can tell you guys, I've had the Rlaarlo 12 scale rally car for a little bit now, and it was my understanding maybe around 4 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago, they reached out to me and told me they were going to be sending this. So I kind of wanted to do a comparison of this first, then test the Rlaarlo version. I know that might not make sense, but that's the way I choose to do things, and that's how I'm going to do it. And yeah, you know, so I don't want everybody to think that I tested the Rlaarlo first and I'm partial to Rlaarlo over another brand, which I don't know how anybody could be partial to any of these brands like ZD or Juicy or Rlaarlo when it comes to the trucks, the buggies, etc., because they're almost identical other than the ESC. You know, maybe a few cosmetic changes and stuff like that, but other than that, they're identical. So I'm just doing a complete unboxing here in front of you guys. And by the way, let me mention this real quick also. I know I've had a bunch of you reach out and say, you alright, how's things going? I haven't seen you uploading a lot lately, etc., etc. And I appreciate all the comments and the emails and the text and stuff like that checking on me. I greatly appreciate all that. But I'll just be honest with you guys, we're at our peak drone season right now. We're slammed with drone work, and also it has been anywhere, except for the last 2 days, it has been anywhere from 100 to 110, 112 degree heat index here. And you know, I'm not going to get out and risk, you know, having a heat stroke or something in the heat, and there's no sense in damaging the car. The cars are going to run hotter in the heat. The traction's going to be limited because the road's going to be so greasy. Guys, if I can run one of my cars with it so hot outside and put stripper glitter traction compound on the tires and it still spins, that should tell you something right there. It's just way too hot. It's not just me. There's a bunch of people that, if you look, they haven't been uploading a lot lately because of the damn heat. And we finally got a break in heat the last couple of days. So I just want to get that clear real quick. let everybody know. I appreciate everybody checking on them, all that stuff. So, all right, first thing out of the pack, guys. Got our little goodie bag. It's gonna come with your typical USB balance charger. All right, graphics, decals, stuff like that. I'll go ahead and open it up real quick. Some of this we're going to need to get the car up and going, etc., etc. So there's your ZD Racing, Rally Racing Motorsport, Speed Rally. I mean, they got. I'm waiting actually on the rep to contact me back from Z Racing, ZD Racing, whatever. Because I've had so many people reach out to me and say it's pronounced Z, okay? And I've had a bunch of people reach out to me and say it's not Z, it's ZD. Personally, I would think if it was Z Racing, they would put it right here on the QR code. It'd be a ZED or a ZI, something, you know. There'd be something in between that, right? Also, it said Z. I just don't understand how they get the ed part out of it. So that's why I always said ZD Racing. It says ZD Hobby there. So I don't understand where they get Z from. But anyway, you know, there's always going to be internet trolls. There's always going to be other people that, you know, just because they're bigger channels or they've been in it longer on YouTube, that, you know, they know more than you do or whatever. So that's fine. I'm not going to argue with them. So it is what it is. And it looks like, guys, we get a bag of goodies just like we got in the truck. Only thing I don't see in here that we had in the truck is diff gaskets. So, which also come in the buggy. So that might tell me the diffs aren't sealed. I don't know. But I like the fact that they send you an assortment of the little hex keys or Allen keys, whatever you want to call them. Allen wrenches. People call them different things. Looks like we may have a 2.5, a 2, and a 1.5. I don't know. I'll have to open up and see. But the optional speed pinion, I think it's a 21 tooth, not mistaken. You'll understand what this is for in a minute. This is a 18650 battery. No more double A's or triple A's in your remote. We'll get there next. They did change it up with this series, guys, versus the other series of remotes that come with the trucks and the buggies from the factory. Let me show you what. Yeah, I thought I had one here, but I guess I don't. I may have one out in the truck. But this is your new remote that comes with it. And I'll go ahead and tell you now that the one for the Rlaarlo looks identical, except it says Rlaarlo there. You got your headlamp, you got your on and off, you got your gyro, steering trim, throttle trim, channel 5, channel 6. Here is where your 18650 cell goes. So they send you a little charger connect, because right here where it is, your type C goes right there. So maybe see if we can power it on. And there we go. We have power. So we'll power it back off for the time being. I like the fact that it gives you a meter right here, guys, on your voltage. That's pretty cool. That's nice. Good job. And last but not least, what I'm sure you all are waiting for. Alright, guys. Da, 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 da. There you go. In all of its beautiful glory. Check it out. Ta-da! Did I do that good? I don't know. I'm not one of those flamboyant channels. So, beautiful car, guys. Beautiful car. Let's see if I can pick up the camera a little bit where it doesn't shake to death and show you guys. Check that out. Nice. Very nice. Oh, that gearing sounds awesome right out of the box. Kind of give you an idea of the front. And the back. Got your spoiler back there. I will power it on in a minute, guys, and show you the lights. And if I'm not mistaken, this one's the same as the Rlaarlo. It's pretty cool. You got like a little lighted, illuminated fire spark bubble, whatever you want to call it, come out the tailpipe. Alright, this thing's got a unique body retainer on it, guys. It's pretty cool. As you can also see, here is the ZD. Now the Rlaarlo has the inscribed chassis just like the car and the buggy does, whereas the Z doesn't, ZD, whatever. But you got these little tabs right here, guys, and they turn. Okay, it helps if you pick up on it. So you got to pick up on it a little bit, guys. Just pick up and turn. There you go. Sorry, it's been a long day for me. And as you can see, the body shell pops right off. They did a really good job in here, guys. Here is your LED illumination module right there. Got some reinforcements on the sides for your body hold down lights. Looks good. Body. Once again, it's hard to tell, guys. This body still seen. I'll have to mic it. Seems like it might be a little thinner than the Rlaarlos, but you know, the truck was, but it didn't make. I'll be honest with you, I didn't see much difference in it, guys, to be honest with you. So, and here is your wonderful glory of your little car. And this thing right here, guys, is everything I've read and understand. It is based off of the little buggy. Okay, the chassis is. So look at these little tiny control arms, guys. I mean, they're tiny, 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 tiny. Now, I've seen some people that have done some initial reviews on this. I'm not nowhere near the first one to test one of these or the Rlaarlos by any means. So let me go ahead and say that. This is your light leads. Plugs into your module here for your front and rear lights. Alright, comes with your standard looking battery that come with the trucks and the buggies. So, yep, looks to me to see the same battery, guys. ZD Racing 2200 mile 11.1 volt 35C. I have a ton of these little batteries, so we could actually go run this thing right now. I have them, there's plenty of them charged up. One thing I do like about them, though, that they use the XT60s, and they don't use a cheap one. They use AMAS connectors. 2845, 3600 kV. You still got your same little 35 amp ESC, which come in the ZD truck and the ZD buggy, along with the juicy versions. As you've seen, you'll go watch my buddy Brian at Brian's RC Stuff. He ran his truck, and his truck was actually, I believe, stock for stock right out of the box, 1 mile per hour faster than my Rlaarlo. And my Rlaarlo has the 45 amp ESC, if you remember correctly, stock. Well, it did. It doesn't anymore. Alright. I've seen some people state that the speeds they've seen on this are slower even than the buggy out of the box, and they don't understand why. Let me show you real quick, guys. Well, just bear with me just a second. This is a stock tire off of the Rlaarlo buggy, which is substantially smaller. Well, let me do this again. Now, bear with me just a second. So that's a my bad deal. Alright, like I said, these are the tires that comes on the buggy. As you can see, they're two different sizes. You got the wide ones for the rear, little narrow ones for the front, but they are the same height. Alright, these are the tires come factory on the trucks. Okay, see the difference in the tire size for the truck versus the buggy? Now look how much smaller the rally car tires are than the buggy tires. I mean, look, huge. There is your speed difference, guys. A lot of people don't, I don't know if I don't explain it good enough or other channels don't explain it good enough, although we try. Sometimes I don't think people still understand. The height of your tire, guys, affects your gear ratio. So the way this thing is set right now, if it is stock geared 16 out of the box, just like the truck or the buggy is, okay, it's going to be substantially lower geared and a little slower because the tire sizes are lower, they're smaller. Now if you go and put these tires right here on it out of the buggy, if they'll fit under the body shell, and we will test that, it should run almost identical speeds of what a stock buggy run. Now we don't know that these damn tires here are not going to fit off the truck. That's plain as day. I mean, look at it, they'd scrub. So it would run exactly around what the same speed is that the trucks ran out of the box. Because, guys, it's the same motor, same gearing, same ESC, same everything. Now it does look like that these stock buggy tires will fit on there. So those tires right there, guys, are going to severely cut down the speeds. I think, well, I can't say his name because he's going to be reviewing it also, but he sent me a message last night, and I think he said his was down about 10 to 11 miles an hour compared to what the buggy did stock. And I'll go ahead and tell you, I think my buggy was 40 or 41 miles per hour stock out of the box, and my Rlaarlo ROG1 did 47 out of the box stock with these tires, that motor, that gearing, 45 amp ESC. My ZD racing truck did 46 miles per hour. These tires, that motor, that ESC, the same gearing, which is 16 on the pinion and 59 on the spur, and it does come with an optional speed pinion. And with the optional speed pinion, my ROG1 did 58 to 59 miles an hour. One thing you might want to do, especially if you're like me and some other people, you're not so much going to rally car this thing. I'm not into rally cars that much. If it's on this channel and a couple other channels, it's going to be reviewing this thing in the next few days, guys, or next week, or whenever they decide to do it. We speed run everything. I don't care what it is, guys. If it's a damn monster truck like the WAV Racing that I unveiled not long ago that has no business doing speed runs, we're going to speed run it anyway. I'm working on a set of tires right now, waiting on them to come in from Proline to try on that truck. So bear with me. But I got these out too, guys. Now these are a set of foams. They're Team Corrali. They're a 35 shore. Okay. And these are what I've been running on the X12S buggy and the BX12 ZD buggy. As you can see, though, they're really, really close in size compared to the stock tires on this rally car, but they are a little bit taller and they're definitely wider. So definitely once we get faster, we're going to be running some foams, that's for sure. Well, we're going to run it completely stock out of the box, just like it is, before we put a speed pinion or anything on it. This is it. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to pause the camera, okay? I'm going to throw a battery in this thing and show you guys what the lights and all look like, etc., etc. And show you how the remote thing works. This thing comes with a gyro, guys, already installed. Bear with me just a second. Let me get a battery in this thing and we'll finish the video out. Alright, guys, we got it powered on. You can see she's sitting there running. So we're going to power on our radio. Have the car connect. Which it should be. Yep, it is. So should have turn signals and all on the front. If you watch, turn signal, there we go. Should have turn signals on the rear, which it does. I'm gonna give it a little throttle. You can see there. There it goes. All that little extra stuff there is not anything for me, so we're going to use the little controller here, turn on our lamps. There's your headlights. You got tail lights, turn signals. So you can see here, no gyro. Turn the gyro on, it'll beep. You can see the gyro is working. I can tell you now that I definitely will have to be doing some suspension tuning and trimming the body out a little bit. And you got your throttle trim here, guys, steering trim. Let me see here, we got our steering trim, which is going to allow the amount that's going to, that light should go out when you're dead center. Let's see what we got throttle wise, guys. That's full out. Full out. We're definitely going to have to be adjusting that suspension. That's sitting way too high. But look at the difference in tire size. This is a buggy tire on the left versus that stock tire. There is where a lot of your speed's going. I can tell you now, in order to run these bigger tires, which I think the car would benefit greatly from, I understand people's going to be using this as a drift car, but I don't watch a whole lot of rally car racing and stuff like that. There's other guys out there that'll be a lot more informative on that than me, but I don't see where tires like that would be very beneficial off-road. But I may be wrong, but I mean, that's definitely a street pattern tire, guys. But if you can look in there real quick, you'll see the gray steering knuckles and other components. Those are definitely upgraded version 2 parts that were so weak on the version 1s that were cracking all the time. So good deal, ZD and Rlaarlo and Juicy, if you took care of that. So I think we're going to definitely have to trim the body out some in order to run those bigger tires, but we're going to run it just like it is out of the box first. Give it a fair shake right out of the box, and then I want to show you guys exactly diameter does for gear ratio. And honestly, guys, I don't know what you think. I know these Rlaarlos don't belong on this car, but I'm not going to wipe the name off of them. Honestly, guys, I think that would be a better tire to put on it than some street compound, don't you guys? And I may be wrong, but you're going to be, I mean, I get it if some people's going to be drifting this thing in the parking lot. I get it, but all the rally car races I looked up online before I made this video, I mean, 95% of them were racing off-road. So that's not a really aggressive off-road tire that comes on the buggy, so I don't know why they didn't go with that design. But even if we got to modify the body a little bit to get these to clear, we will do that. So there you go, guys. I greatly think it's a pretty decent looking little car for sure. I'm kind of curious to see how it performs. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of lights, but hey, to each their own. I'm definitely, well, let me say that I'm not a fan of turn signals, but you know, that's going to be a nice addition to running at night because we don't have to add them on there. A lot of us guys that go do speed runs at night, you know, we have to put our own lights on, and you know, that comes in handy. Well, I want to get out and do speed runs, see how fast we can get this thing, which is maybe what happened. This thing, more than likely, guys, is just going to have a damn set of foams on it. And see, I think that just suits the car much better than anything. You know me, guys, I'm not going to be bashing this thing in the woods. launching it off ramps at skate parks. I'm going to be gearing the crap out of it, putting a bigger ESC in it after I tested it originally stock. And we're going to be running the crap out of it on a set of phones. Like I said, I apologize for the content not being, you know, as abundant as it has been lately, but hope you guys understand. In that weather, in the heat, it's been not just that way here, it's been that way everybody. I've seen a lot of people fall off because of the heat, guys, and when it's 110, 115 degree heat index outside, nobody wants to get out and risk having a heat stroke and getting dehydrated and that, and then your cars are going to overheat and all that stuff. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I hopefully you all found this video informative, and this is the Rlaarlo Twin by ZD Racing, ZD, ever how you want to pronounce it. They call theirs the RX12. I do have the version from Rlaarlo already. I've had it for a little while now, and I want to do independent tests on them, and then I want to compare them side by side. But guys, that's kind of like, we've already done that, you know. We've done that with the buggies, we've done that with the trucks. They're basically the same car with just a little bit different graphics and all that. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you found this video interesting. If you did, please consider hitting that thumbs up button. I'd greatly appreciate it. It helps get this video out in the YouTube algorithm and continue to help us small channels grow. I can't thank you all enough for the love and support you showed my channel in the last, you know, I don't know, a couple of weeks or whatever it's been, because we really needed to go past 1,000 subs, you know, where we could get monetized and all that stuff, and we did that. Okay, yes, I'm down here in my little workshop area, the basement guy. Let me zoom in here. Alright, so, alright, we're zoomed in on the car, and we're now at, I believe, 1,059 subs, so we went past the 1K mark pretty quick, which I can't thank you all enough for that. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be able to do it. And that's the only reason that I have stuck it out as long as I have, because I got frustrated there for a while, guys, kind of got burnt out. I almost decided I was going to take a small break from this for a little while, but, you know, it is what it is. There it is, and that's all its glory. 35 amp ESC versus the 45. The only thing I'm going to do, guys, I'm not going to do it right now because it's not geared up or anything. I'm going to run this thing 100% stock out of the box. But I will be putting a cooling fan on it when we start running it, and I am definitely not going to change the ESC until I decide to put one in there. And you guys already know what that'll be. It's going to be one of these little micro V-Best Life ESCs that will allow us to tune the brakes and adjust the brakes and all that stuff, and it'll allow us to run 4S, so you know I don't recommend it. We have shown it will do it. Stay tuned, full review and test coming on this thing right out of the box very soon. Till then, I hope you guys all have a blessed remaining of your week. Be safe out there, especially. It has cooled down a good bit here in my area, thank God. We got some rain, some much needed rain, and it has definitely cooled things off a good bit. So, but I think the rest of the week we're going to be back up in the mid to high 80s by Saturday, so it won't stick around long. Thank you for watching, guys. God bless. Take care. Most of all, God bless America. And we'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.